Alright, so today we're going to show you a Chevalier, or Chevalier as some people call it, but it's Chevalier. And this is a 16 by 40 AD Roman numeral 2. And we have the book along with it, and we have all the little leveling pads that go with it, and we have a nice paper band filter. One thing about this machine, it came from Canada, so it is it's 575 volts. 600 will do fine if you have it. If not, then you need some type of a transformer, which is what we have on it. This little tiny little transformer sitting on this wagon over here. Might as well just show you, because people are often afraid of getting a transformer. So we're not talking about a large item. Anyway, back to the Chevalier. Hydraulic system is a self-contained unit over here that plugs into a connector on the back of the machine and two hydraulic connections there. You have a lever here that stops and starts your table. The grinding wheel is in here, very small. If somebody used it, they must have liked that wheel. You got your dresser on the top that comes out, goes back in. You can adjust the speed, and you can feed it up or down. There's a diamond in there. Several different modes you have, but in the hand mode, you can move some stuff around, like the saddle in and out. You have a up, rapid and a normal up, and you see in your display here that you're moving, and come down. You have your control here for your table. Then you can always use the hand wheel here by hand, and there's even an option for a fine feed to touch a shoulder or do something that you really want to have some control of. You got the magnet, which is on right now, and when you flip it over to the other side, it's a demag, and this is your variable speed. If you wanted to use it at a lesser power, you can turn it all the way down to very light. Over here, you're turning on certain functions. Shut the machine off. First thing you want to do, start it up. This lever cannot be on, it has to be off, so you can start the grinding wheel and then the hydraulics. So now we can have this going again. So in the hand mode, you can move it in and out, up and down. And then once you get it close to where you want it, you can flip over to one of these feed rates that allow you to use the manual pulse generator. This is how you would actually come down and touch your workpiece. And you can decrease this to even a slower feed. I guess 1/10. And the other one is 1/1000. So you got pretty good control over that. You come down, you touch off your part, and then you tell here, I want to take off, let's say, out of the blue, 2000s. So you put 2000s in there. There's a decimal point over here, and then you put in your zeros or 2. You tell it how many spark out passes to make, how many this to do, what kind of a feed rate you want to have, and when you want to go from one feed rate to another feed rate. So you push all that stuff in on those buttons. There's little thumb switches there, and your program will go up to the top once you go into automatic, and you'll see it count up to the value that you had put in there. So if we wanted to run an automatic cycle, we have to bring this over the mode selector switch over here to the different automatic cycles, which would be surface grinding and plunge grinding. Plunge grinding being slot grinding. If you're just not going to move the table, just coming down, that's what they call plunge. Most people are going to want to use surface. That's when we're going to have this column coming in and out. So if I have my program in there, all I got to do now is press this automatic button, and this immediately went back to 0, and my saddle started to move. Now when it reverses, which there's an adjustment over here where those dogs are, it's already fed down to thousands. So I'm kind of have a fast program. Okay, now it's in the fine where it's only doing 5/10. So it's going to do the last 5/10, and then it's going to be at, my 2000s will have come off already, so to speak. And it's going to just sit there, go back and forth for a spark out once we get to the final size. You see those numbers up there pretty clearly? So we got, there we go. Now we reached what I wanted to feed, what I wanted to take off, 2000s. It's going to do some empty passes, spark out passes. And then the machine will park to the, well, work will go to the right. The stroke of your saddle here you adjust with this potentiometer. The more I open that up or close it, the less you'll go. That's the end of the cycle, so it did its spark out. And what happens is the hydraulic unit shut off and your grinding wheel actually shut off. So now you'd have to check your parts, and if they're good, reload new ones. This has to be shut off, and now you can start your hydraulics again, and your coolant, and you're going right back. Plunge grind will be a lot quicker. Once I hit the cycle start button, it's just going to do 1/1000ths, then it's going to have 5/10ths, 5/10ths, reaches size, sparks out, and parks. So that's it. That's the idea of it. This is the Chevalier 16x40 AD Roman numeral 2 with coolant tank, coolant manual. Thank you very much.